Oh man. Oh my God. We back at it again. O O O M G. Man. You know how we do, you feel me? No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, no doubt. No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, no doubt. No Diddy. OMG. Diddy, 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 Diddy. Hey, that's my trance. That's my call. If y'all don't know, that's how I start off my show. I don't know. It feels good when I do that, and it gets me ready into the Diddy zone. You feel me? Let me make sure all my speakers on. Shout out to Lois Cox up in the building. Lois Cox up in the building. Out of Jersey City. Yeah. Shout out to Lois Cox. She says good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. And all that good stuff. Check it out. I am your host with the most guys, Easy TV. And if you can, everybody put the thumbs up for me, for me, for me. That means like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, make sure it says and share me out. Let them know it's another big YouTuber ready to produce some hits. Anyway, Diddy Baby on Your Party wins again. What do I mean? Oh man, it was a lawsuit. Some frivolous, I knew it was weird off the top. Some frivolous lawsuit by some dude named Joseph Manazaro. I try to Google his picture, I can't find it. He accused LeBron James, Jay Z, Beyonce, seeing him at some party. Oh, we got the content, and I forgot it's a Breakfast Club segment that's going, basically say what I'm saying. But that lawsuit has been, pow, ha, 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 boom, has been dismissed, closed, according to Complex. And what else happened? And then what the hell? Puff must be really Puff allegedly. No, he ain't. I say allegedly, but shit, I don't know. According to Ghostface Killer of Wu-Tang, he said that RZA, the head of the group, the producer, the damn owner of the group, I don't know, but he has all the bag. He had all the money. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, he said RZA told him back in the days, Puff told him that, or not back in the day, but told him recently that Puff blocked their album, I guess the Triumph or the single Triumph, you know what I'm saying, for appearing on Hot 97 back in the days. Damn! Diddy, but that's not too surprising. That's how the music business works. When you got the money, you got the power, and when you got the power, you people bow down and they give you that respect. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? Lois Cox says, chat, happy hump day, everybody. But so yeah, we got the content. But first we gonna go into the since I know a lot of people don't know, a lot of youngsters, unfortunately, and a lot of people, period, are not hip to Wu-Tang because they wasn't a big pop group, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't. Their lyrics is just too hard to understand for some people. But I love Wu Tang. I understood them. I understood them. I understood them. Where's this at? Not that one. This article right here. Bam. This is by Complex. Ghostface claims Diddy admitted blocking Wu Tang from radio in 1997. Damn. And we gonna hear it from the Ghostface man himself, the one of my favorites, or probably the favorite one. I go back and forth. I always say he's my favorite, but then I'll be like, damn, I like him too. Damn, I like him too. Damn, I like Old Dirty Bastard. Oh, I like. Oh, I like. I like. So I like all of them. you know. So yeah, check this out. Fair use. You know how we do. Yeah. Like the video, subscribe, dude. To this. This is from um Ghostface, man, on an interview with Bootleg Kev out here in LA. And yeah, man, check out this. Check out this. This is crazy. Long time ago in 97. See, Diddy been the king, and that's why I understand why a lot of people are afraid of him. This dude got power, man.
Then they
Listen.
had that it started like that. You know what I mean? And it just wasn't the same no more. They stopped playing our records. I had to talk to the pro whatchamacallit.
Why did they stop playing your records?
Because I cursed them niggas out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it was some other shit. And then Puff, at the end of the day, he told
Puff
RZA,
still holding the only vote for Cuban League's gripe?
He told RZA, he told RZA because they talked, and he told RZA, this is like RZA told me this like maybe like a year ago.
Damn.
This shit like, yo, that Puff admitted to saying that he stopped our records up there and shit like that or whatever. You know what I mean? Why they didn't play that shit and all that, or you know, helped them Hot 97 motherfuckers. Just like, yo, that was it. So it was all Bad Boy.
So that
Wow. Wow. And I think that's real. That's real. What I mean, what RZA got to lie about? You know what I'm saying? Shit, RZA don't need Puff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit, Wu-Tang don't need Puff. Wu-Tang is a whole rock group, damn near. You know what I'm saying? So I believe the gods. I believe the gods. Wu-Tang Clan forever. Cash money. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar, dollar bills, yo. Shout out to Seven Sages. I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no jive, no second hands. Mom's bounced on old man. Till we went to the shot of land. Let me shot.
Year ago. And shit like, yo, that Puff admitted to saying that he stopped our records up there.
Damn.
And shit like that or whatever.
Wow.
He told RZA, he told RZA because they talked, and he told RZA, this is like RZA told me this like maybe like a year ago. And shit like, yo, that Puff admitted to saying that he stopped our records up there.
Wow.
And shit like that or whatever. You know what I mean? Why they didn't play that shit and all that, or you know, helped them Hot 97 motherfuckers. Just like, yo, that was it. So it was all Bad Boy.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So when we dropped Triumph,
no radio
that shit
play.
just like, yo, no radio play with that shit right there. So that shit was like, oh, so it came out that he told the truth, like, yo, I had to do it. He said, yo.
Wow. He had to do it. D Rose says, I can't wait for his new album. Yeah, man. Shit. Yeah, man. Ghost still got it. Still got them bars, man. He still got them bars for real. Damn, this is crazy, man. I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's just when you hear it, it's like, damn, they be really doing that in the music business. That's real. And it's not nothing new. It's Puff didn't start that. Payola and all that stuff and control the record go back to the introduction of radio. You feel me? Let's go.
Was that because of you know, the whole the Raekwon, the biting the
I don't know, it might have been
shit?
accumulation of all that shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know, he had the power. I don't know what he paid him, but he had the power to go ahead and
I mean, shit, 97 Puffy's you know,
listen, we was a threat. You know what I mean? We was coming. If Triumph would have been promoted like that, like it was supposed to be and shit, and we would have stayed on 90s on that radio right there, it was like I think things to right now probably would have been a little bit more different.
Man, and then see, somebody said after I forgot who that was. They were saying on a Rolling Stone, there's somebody that worked at Rolling Stone. I don't know who. I gotta Google it. I can just Google this shit, but I'm just remembering. Somebody alleged that worked for Rolling Stone that when after Biggie died, that they wanted to put Biggie on the cover, and he was like, hell no. My album coming out. I need to be on the cover. Damn. So I wouldn't doubt it, man. Man, this business is rough. It's ruthless, man. I told y'all it's ruthless. Man, I seen, up close how somebody can get ripped off in the music business. Skilo. I seen Skilo get ripped off.
in real time. I seen how grimy the music business can be up front back in the days. In case y'all don't know, I used to be a hype man for Skilo back in the days. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Seven Sages definitely sound like Diddy move, bro. Man, he was man, dude. Cash rules everything. Man, that influence over radio was real. It's still going on. But radio is damn near dead. Music itself, not just hip hop, not just rap, just music itself is dying, bro. Because streaming has taken over and messed up the business, bro. It was cool at first because everybody independent, but people ain't buying like they used to. And the artists gotta work super hard and perform now. They gotta get their money for them. They've been doing that years ago, getting money for shows, but now a lot of promoters, man, it's rough, bro, being an artist. You see that one guy out here in LA that was from a group out here called, I think, Baby Stone Gorillas. He just got caught up in a RICO out here. The rap game is not paying. And the streaming system, man, you can just go on YouTube, just like the Clips. The Clips just had an album. If y'all don't know, it's a dope ass group called the Clips. Pusha T and Malice, I think, and from Virginia. Dope ass album. I didn't buy it. I went on YouTube and played it. Played it for free. That's a damn shame. And they say that album is a classic. And I ain't even buy it. You know what I'm saying? You can just go on YouTube and listen to anybody album for free. So why people would buy? Ever since that Napster and all that stuff back in the days, burning DVDs, I knew the business, man. But now it's even more worse with now everything is digital. Woof. Man, Seven Sages slow business. Yeah. G Girl, what's up? G Girl. And Diddy did that to Sister Soldier. He stole her money. Damn. Cold game, man. Cold game out here. And I believe, Diddy's not the architect of it, the originator of it, but he just like any other record company, man. And payola is real. Paying these, man, that shit is real. It still goes on to this day, even though radio is dying on life support. You know, times are changing for sure. Nobody buys albums. Yeah, nobody buy no damn albums. Nobody got a damn album player. Nobody got no damn CD player these days. Everything is on digital. Apple Play, whatever sites you can go. I don't know all the damn streaming sites, but yeah, Apple and all that, Apple Music and whatever, Tidal or whatever. Wow. So I feel, man, shout out to the artists, man. It's sad because music is very influential. It's very powerful. It hits your chakras, man. But damn, man, I don't know if it's done by design to kill the music. I don't know. Because they listen to more people talk these days than people listen to music, man. And because music gets into your spirit, bro. That's deep. I listen to songs and it takes me back to the whatever time frame it was made. I zone out and I'm thinking I'm in the 70s or 80s or whatever zone I'm listening to, 90s. I can feel and smell how it felt back then. Um, Diddy messed up a lot of black people's careers. He did, G girl, he did. And this is living proof from a dope ass artist and from a dope ass group telling you straight out. This man was running, man, he low key, he ain't saying it, but Diddy was running the city for years, and I see why people is scared of him. Tim Dog, podcast now, yeah, everybody on podcast, all the rappers, not all of them, but majority of them got a podcast or a YouTube channel or both. Lois Cox, great point. People do listen to more talk and like podcasts than music. Yeah. Sincerely, Sade. Hi, everyone. What's up? Yeah, man. This dude is telling you that Diddy killed their album, basically. Not killed it, but they could have been. And you know why? Because Wu-Tang Clan sound is way different than Bad Boy. Bad Boy was made for radio, and pop and all that. Wu-Tang is like, if you don't understand their lyrics, you won't like them. You know, you won't like them. You know, some people just don't get the metaphors. I do. Here we go. They not for everybody.
But
I admit.
yeah, that was a big blow. That was a big blow because the record was still fresh. And we had to leave these guys. We had to leave these guys. We had to make a decision. We was on a bus or wherever we was at. I think it was on a bus. It was like, yo, we got to make a decision now. You know what I mean? Should we stay or should we leave to go back and do this? But they playing our records and this and that and the third and this and that and the, you know, whatever. So yeah, I don't know. Whatever the decision was, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Regardless.
Let me see. I don't know. He probably talking about something else right there. But I'm gonna go back to his original point. Yeah, man, they were authentic, man. They were basically superheroes in rap. You know what I'm saying? They were like the X-Men, you know what I'm saying, of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's how I basically compare their style. You know what I'm saying? Like martial arts, Wu-Tang, Shaolin. I mean, it was so they was using so many metaphors, you know, so dope, man. The way the 36 chambers and all the math stuff, and it's brilliant, 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 very brilliant, man. I give them credit, but a lot of people don't get it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, believe it or not, don't get it, and they don't want to think too hard, or you know. But I love them. You know what I'm saying? The Ghostface Killer was one of the good rap artists. Wu-Tang was different. Yeah, they was super different. Diddy was superficial. Yeah, Diddy was trying to get them hits. You know what I'm saying? Remember, he was replaying, he replayed every hit song from the 70s, damn near 80s. Hey, hey, hey. And what's that one? What you got to say? Hollywood, he took that. Doom, doom, doom. He took that. He took I'm coming out. Diana Ross. Who's hot? Who's not? Family, who's pop? Got job? Who's Jews? You know what I'm saying? Wu Tang was just boom, bap, boom, bap. You know what I'm saying? That boom, bap, that ding, boom, boom. That shit was hard. I love that shit, man. Don't get it twisted. I want to dance too. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I like to dance, but shit, sometimes I just want to bob my head to some shit, you know? And that's where you would listen to Wu-Tang or whoever you liked with them bars. Sometimes I want to hear motherfuckers just say some deep shit, but people don't like it. It's a crowd for everybody. Some people just can't relate to it. I love them. You know what I'm saying? I love them. I love them. And I'm from the West Coast. What's up, Reality Allah? Cock-a-doodle-doo to everybody. Top of the AM, Don Easy. What's up, man? What up? Seven says that Diddy was an impresario. Impresario? Man. G Girl, the only thing I have a problem with is artists not giving free concerts. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, in today's economy, it's kind of hard to do a free concert, G Girl. You know what I'm saying? But they do shit. They should do it more. You know what I'm saying? They should do it more. But they do a lot of them. To be honest with you, a lot of artists. If you're a real artist, you do a lot of promotional shows. From my experience, you to get on a lot of radio shows like the one like Hot 97 Summer, Hot 97, whatever the fucking thing, what's it called? A Summer Jam, whatever the hell they call it. That's promotional shows. You don't get paid for those. You know what I'm saying? I remember being part of not of that one, but different summer jams, whatever they call it now, shows with 30 artists and all day performance, you know. And you don't get paid for those.
Dollars or what?
Oh, hold up.
Because even they still took the record.
My bad. Bill Jones, OG, someone said you be side hopping, claiming you West Coast and then East Coast. What's up with that? True? Yeah, I'm a keep it real. I bit New York style of hip hop. You know, I love New York hip hop. I ain't gonna lie on that. I'm a biter, but I am from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? I like how they dress. I like how they was the beginning of hip hop, like, and then it went down south and West Coast, Midwest, and all that. But they are the originators of it, and how can you not like their style of how they talk and dress and shit? That shit is dope. So hey, if that makes me bi-coastal, oh well, or not real, I'm just keeping it real. That's just my truth. You know what I'm saying? I was born in, when I came in, it was a station called K-Day in the 80s, and it wasn't too many West Coast rappers back then, man. And the ones we had, they, no disrespect, but they wasn't hitting. They wasn't hitting, man. You know what I'm saying? They had a few little hits here and there, but they wasn't Run DMC, LL Cool J, Fat Boys, and the list goes on and on. Salt and Pepper, Roxanne, not Roxanne, MC Light and all that shit. Big Daddy Kane. They wasn't comparing to them until NWA. We didn't have our first hot group and that everybody recognized until 88, 89. So that's a lot of years in between. Movies, everything. Crush Groove, what's the other one? Beach Street. And I didn't see the first one. They keep talking about the first one. I forgot the first hip hop movie. I'd never seen that. But shit, we had breaking, but was that really breaking? It was more like popping. Shout out to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Andrew, what up? Yeah, what up, Drew? Dude, dog, Don Night, Don. Nah, that's not my name, man. I love everybody. Dude, dog. That's not my name, dog. Don't put my name like that. I am definitely not that N word. Not me. I love everybody. I'm like Coca-Cola, damn it. Lyrics is how you learn new words back in the days. Hearing words you never heard. Right, Tim, dog. And back in my days, see, I've been doing security since since I was 18, bro. So, and I done private security since I was about maybe 21. And I can tell you, well, not 21, maybe a little later than that, 90, maybe like 24, 25. When I first started doing private security, with real top flight with the uniform on. But I always done security. You feel me? And back in our days, you had to have, this is what I would bring to my post: newspaper, a hip hop magazine, or R&B, whatever they had back then. I don't remember. I know the Source and Vibe and all whatever they had back then. A dictionary, a rhyming dictionary, a notepad, and pen. Before the phones, we had to be creative to make the time, and a radio, and a little transitional radio. Now this is a Bluetooth, but a radio back then. And that would get you through the shift before the phones. You know what I'm saying? We had to really do some research, dig in a book, and whatever book I was reading at that time. We really had to do real research back then and learn words like Tim Dog was saying. Like I had a very high vocabulary because I was active. I was going to school, everything at one point. I had some college, some college. Mace, what happened to Mace was sad too. Right, G girl. Whatever Diddy did to Mace, that was scandalous, homie. Whatever Diddy did to Mace, he made Mace quit rap at the top of his career, bro. Went to Atlanta and became a pastor, a reverend, or whatever it is. Wow. But shout out to Mace. He doing his thing on It Is What It Is. I love that show with him and Cam. I love that they formed their unity back. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. Let bygones be bygones. That's real true grown up men stuff. I like that. Sincerity, Sade. Critical thinking in music was important back in the days. Real rap was missing. Man, you ain't lying, Sincerity. Sade, man. Bill Jones, respect, OG, keep it real. Shout out to you. Pepperoni service, yeah. Recognize automatic realness. Shout out to Pepperoni service. Mr. Hit 7-4, Wild Style. There you go. Wild Style. I never seen Wild Style back in the days. Wild Style is like the first hip hop movie, you know what I'm saying? Good morning. What's up? Andre Watson said, Wild Style. Yeah. I was sad that normal people look better than rappers and they rich. Sharice Brewster, what's up? Ivan Curry, good morning. Rye, you just talking this. Yep. A lot of artists now don't look as healthy as good as they look sick. Yeah, you know why? Because they own that codeine, man. That damn lean and shit and Percocets and Percocets. They be rapping about it, bro, like it's cool. They be on real serious drugs. And it's like cool to use it. Meth and all that. It's cool. I don't know about meth, but I know lean and all that shit, that Fanta cups, and they be drinking it like it's cool. Yeah, everything cool. You know what I'm saying? It be looking bad, bro. Let me put my headphones on. Whoa! Lord have mercy.
Andre Watkins, Western dictionaries, a syllabus, and a syllabus. Oh no, not syllabus is what you had. What was the class? What they had all year. But I mean, it was something else. I know it was a rhyming dictionary, and it was something else. Was it some? I don't know. I gotta Google it. I remember I used to have all. I used to have a real. That's why I carry a backpack to this day. I'm still old school backpack, bro. Like I still wear a backpack. I still write notes. I'm old. Thesaurus. Ding, 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 ding. Seven sages hit it on the damn thesaurus, dog. Yup. I would have a thesaurus, a dictionary, a rhyming dictionary, a book I was reading, magazines, uh, newspapers. I used to read a lot of newspapers from L.A. Times, New York Times, uh, out here, Press Telegram, Daily Breeze out here in L.A. I was reading them out, man. You had to read back then. It was no phones, so you had to be very creative, or I wrote raps. Blizzy 95, or as time got on, if you was lucky enough, if you had a real quiet post, you could sneak your TV in. A little 28-inch TV, with the big back, everything. You sneak the TV in. I'll sneak the 32-inch in one time, one post. I'll sneak a 32-inch. Was playing damn it was back then. I don't know if I was playing PlayStation or no, before PlayStation. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember what video games I was playing, but I was hooked on fucking video games for a minute. I used to play mostly sports games, not Atari. Atari like the 80s. Maybe Sega. Maybe Sega, bro. Because this is like late 90s, early 2000s when I'll start working at real top flight booths or inside a, a, a corporate business at a lobby desk or something like that when it was just me. Oh man, Nintendo. It could have been Nintendo, but I think it was more Sega Genesis. I think it's more that time frame. I think it's more Sega Genesis. I think it's more Sega, but it could have. I feel like I don't know what I was playing then. I used to play sports games too, so it could have been Nintendo. 'Cause I was playing Techno Bowl. Could have been PlayStation 2. Yep. So yep, PlayStation. Raekwon is my favorite from Wu-Tang. Shout out to D. Judah. He's one of my or I used to always say my favorite. I go back and forth between him and Old Dirty Bastard. Believe it or not, I used to love Old Dirty Bastard. I even went and copped and bought Old Dirty, even though I love Jizza and Inspector Deck too. Man, they got some dope ass MCs, bro. Um, and just some people, I don't know why they just don't get the. I know, especially out here on the West Coast, particularly majority of the women, they don't get it, bro. They like, I don't understand it. What does he mean by that? You had to play some Tupac back then, you know what I'm saying? Some Snoop Dogg or something for them to get it out here in the women. But the guys, it was like 50-50, you know. Some people got it, some people didn't. But the majority of the women, they didn't get it on the West Coast. The Wu-Tang, they didn't really get it. I'm saying a high number, like damn near 70%. Don't get it twisted. There's a few, women that got it, but not that many. Um, yeah, they'll be more like on Biggie or Puff back then, what I'm saying? Bad Boy or as far as East Coast, Jay-Z and shit like that. Um, Sega Genesis was mid 90s. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Genesis is my favorite game. Yeah, I used to love playing heavyweight champions. Oh, that was my favorite game on there, man. Man, I used to play Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali had that jab, bro, on that damn thing. Boy, he's a man. I used to love playing Muhammad on that damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, Sega Genesis have more games than Nintendo. Yeah. Salute a salvation salute, whatever from the planet Zabar. Oh no. Salutations. Salutations from the planet Zabar. Shout out to you, Harry Muff. Sincerely, they always tried to sign his ODB. He was too real and solid. Remember ODB said, OBG said, man, I got burnt once. I got burnt twice. Shit, I might got burnt 3 times. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Oh, man. Whoo. Man, he went in there and go pay them food stamps. Remember that? He went in there and got his food stamps on MTV interview. Remember all his kids was in there, was in a limo and shit. Yeah, I still get food stamps. I said, God dang. Oh, you can still watch it on YouTube. That's just funny, man. He kept it real, man. Hey, his album cover was a food stamp. Was his food stamp card ID? Wow. Oh, on the album cover, right? The only two artists that was Bad Boy is doing good is Little Kim and Mace. G Girl. Biggie, Little Kim, Mace, and then you had 112. You forgot about 112. 112 was dope. Ooh, online girl. Mm-mm. Hey, that shit was hard. He had a little movement. Huh? He can't front on, Total and shit. And I like Total too. Shout out to Pam from Total. I got a number back in the days. Yes, I did. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe. I know I'm way off topic and stuff, but this is what we do. This is what we do on Don Easy TV, bro. We go to the flow of the chat. We go to the flow of the chat, man. The flow is, understanding what I'm talking about, and we vibing, they laughing. We talking about old video games, and there was a lot of fights in between the Wu-Tang. Yeah, you seen that infamous one G girl is on that documentary. Remember the first one, the first documentary? I can't remember it was. Remember Method Man was talking, and you got and somebody else said, "Shut the hell up! You always talking, talk. Remember?" And they was going back. They go back in the beginning. It was on some hip hop documentary. It had Biggie in it. It had Dog Pound and Mac 10 and the show. The show. Remember the show? Yeah, the show. Yeah, Judah said Pete Rock and Cross is split up. Oh damn, see what I'm saying? And that's how. And then I used to wonder like why groups break up. I was just a crew in a hip hop group. Y'all don't know. I used to be a hype man for this dude named Skilo. He had a hit song called "I Wish I Was a Little Bit Taller." I wish it was 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 30 years, 31 years, whatever. And just in our crew, we would argue and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then I left for a minute and to pursue my job because we weren't getting paid. I was like, man, I got to work. I got to get paid. I love being on the stage and stuff, but this ain't paying, homie. I got a job for the LA Unified School District at the time. I was like, Don Freestyle, good show. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I was upset about that. Yeah, so so I understand now. I would, and that was, we were just crew. We were just a part of his crew. We was his entourage, and we wasn't even a damn group, and we would have little internal little things going on. So I can imagine a group and everybody's getting paid down the line 50-50, whatever, three, whatever, how they break it up. Shit, everybody's getting a piece of the pie. Good times, everybody. Man, I could see that happening easily, man. Shout out to the groups that never break up, but I can see how it happens. I was just a hype man with this man, and I was like, man, this dude is bugging at one point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember that shit. 6 foot. Well, Stephanie Real Hairstyling. What's up, y'all? G girl. They said ODDB couldn't rap shit. ODB could spit. It was just that sometimes ODB be on that thing allegedly, man. ODB used to be on that thing allegedly. And sometimes he'll just be I've heard him do shows out here in LA. I heard people that, the good lifers and all this other stuff, the Project Blow crowd, they say they went to different shows and he was just like, just tripping, bro. It's a show on national TV they did, and he just started going into the crowd and grabbed the mic, going, doing that singing stuff, and you could tell some of the group members was like walking over there, like, calm down, calm down. Shout out to him, all dirty bastard, man. Oh, Meth is the most passionate out of the group. Yeah, he the one. Meth is like the one who really take it serious and took it as a, like, he had, that's why he had it. He was the first one, like, uh to like blow for a single. Everybody else blew too, but R.I.P. to Old Dirty. But I love Old Dirty Bastard, man. It's not to to diss him or nothing. I never met him. I never met him before though. Only Wu-Tang band I met was Method Man and a Method Man and a Wu-Tang affiliate, Shaheem. Remember they had Shaheem? So I met them back in the right by the tunnel. We didn't get in, man. Just we didn't get in, man. I don't know if they got in, but I know we couldn't get in that damn club. This is like 90s, early, I mean mid 90s. Um, Shout out to y'all, man. Like the video, subscribe, y'all. Sincerely Sade. Yeah, man. Listen to that battle between Old Dirty Bastard and Buster. Ooh, I gotta hear that one. I gotta hear that one. But yeah, man, I I love Wu-Tang, man. Look what happened to Professor Griff. Yeah, so that goes back, Seven Sages talking about Public Enemy. Remember Public Enemy had that infamous situation back in the days. Um, when Professor Griff said something about a certain group, whatever, and they had to make a decision, do they kick him or they kicked him out the group, bro? And then they let them back. They got back together, I guess, back up, later, whatever, years later. But I remember I got that first album Professor Griff did, the first solo album. I didn't buy it. Was I bought the bootleg one, but but I bought it. Damn, man, the bootleg was crazy, man. They was bootlegging tapes back then, bro. Tapes. And I know they was probably bootlegging albums back then, but I just don't. That's before my time period. I'm pretty sure they was bootlegging albums back then. They was so, but that's before my era. But they was they would have the album cover of it. It'd be a little distorted a little bit with the picture, you know, and CDs. Of course, when CDs came, they was really bootlegging them CDs. Remember, people was making money back then selling them DVDs and CDs. Remember the deals used to get, whatever used to get 3 for 10 and all this stuff. Man, shout out to y'all. We reminiscing right now. This is a throwaway, not a throwaway show, but it's a throwback show, I guess. This live has been dominated by Wu Tang and music business and Bootleg. We on, yeah, the bootlegs were fire, right? D dot, right, Judah, right? Man, Stephanie, shout out to the bootleg. Hey, used to be, hey man, used to get some good clear copies. What's up, Cerise Brewster? And then sometimes you get the copies of people walking in between. You like, damn, what kind of copy is that? You hear the person laughing and coughing and shit in the background. Those were the worst copies. But then you remember people used to come with the mo. I used to come with my mobile one. I used to come with my mobile one and be like, "Hey, let me play this motherfucker right now. Let me see how clear this motherfucker is." Yeah. They was it, man. I remember I got swindled one time. This dude, I was doing top flight security, but I was armed though. I was armed. I was in Compton, off of Rosecrans in Wilmington, at that I think that was either Shell or Chevron. I can't remember what station, gas station that is. But anyway, y'all heard Kendrick Lamar rap about Rosecrans and all that in Compton. I was in the cut getting gas in a damn security patrol car getting gas, and it was a bum that came up. Some kind of, man, I don't know why I listened to this mother. Man, this motherfucker had all these damn movies and shit. And I was like, damn, I want this movie. Oh, I got that. He got that movie. Man, I went back. It was all blank, man. He got me for about a dove, man. Mother got me cold. So that's bad business. Now ain't nobody gonna mess with you. Or some people will beat you up over $20, bro. Like, or kill you over $20, man. So delete you, I should say. I love that ice cream song about Wu-Tang. Yeah. Chocolate vanilla deluxe. Ooh, these ladies getting touched. Ice cream. Ooh. I know I said it wrong, but that beat was sick. That shit was hard. Hey, I love that beat. All these rap get all up in your guts. French vanilla chocolate deluxe. Woo! I love Dirty Bastard too. And they say he come right, but he was the main one that made the most money. Damn. Woo! Facts, baby swinging. Stephanie real hairstyling. You get a bootleg CD album and then realize it ain't even an Elfin album, right? They got that crackhead got me for $20. Man, like Craig and Day Day. That's me right now. Well, I know you was at the tunnel. The tunnel was nice. It was like 3 floors. For real? I never been inside, man. We was trying to get in. I think this was like during after the Source Awards. I think that was right after the Source Awards. 'Cause I did everybody had to be around the Source Awards. I was there, the infamous '95 Source Awards, man. I was there, bro. In New York, bro. Sitting like 6 rows in center stage, and then I remember I had to move because I was just entourage. We didn't really have tickets. We just got a couple of seats, so I had to go sit with the crowd for like the rest of the show. But I seen up close Dog Pound when they first came out and all that. But I was there. I was in the crowd. They was booing, boo. Anybody that wasn't from New York, I was there, yo. I heard it with my own eyes, seen it with my own seen it with my own eyes, heard it with my own ears. If you was down south, like Outcast, you got booed. If you was from the Midwest, like Bone Thugs and Harmony, you got booed. Boo! They was in there like they wanted all New York to win. Seven Sages, what rap era was best? 80s, 90s, 2000s. I'm gonna be biased, man, and say damn, man, it's hard between the 80s and 90s, bro. Shout out to the 2000s, but it's a strong case for both 80s and 90s. We had two, and shout out to the 2000s. They had an era too, but see, I'm old. See, I'm being biased because I'm old, so I'm gonna always say 80s, 90s. You know what I'm saying? I'm biased there. I ain't gonna lie. D. Dot Judah, damn. Because different time periods, it's just two different eras, man. Two different things going on, two different movements. Life with Tesharia in the building. What's up? Stephanie real hairstyling. I love bootleg text, but at the end of the day, the hood so well because you do, man. Yeah, the hook is sick. Sharice Brewster, yeah, you go back to the old days. I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all like, damn, what is the daddy stuff? I sometimes I got to let the lie. I gotta let the lie. I gotta let the comments run it. I got to. It just makes sense. You know, if you just keep talking, people and they ain't interested, they just will tune out. But I do, I do wanna wait, let me go back, let me read. Fuck, let me just read, man. I'll cover Diddy tomorrow, man. I'll cover whatever the lawsuit, whatever this got dropped. I was supposed to cover that, but hey, oh well. We'll cover it tomorrow, man. We talking about old school hip hop right now. Old school, new school. Fools need to learn though. I make them burn like disco inferno, something like that. I'm laughing. Oh my. Stephanie real hairstyle in 90s, 2000s. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. See, people a little younger, so they gonna say their time period. So D Dot says 90s. Okay, okay. My mom's wasn't letting me listen to rap back in the 80s. Okay. Yeah, see, I seen all now. I ain't gonna say all of the 80s. The early 80s is a little I remember hearing it. I remember hearing the late 79, the cold classics, hip hop, they did all that stuff. I thought that was a when I first heard and seen Rappers Delight on TV, I thought that was a commercial as a kid because I already heard the song Good Times. So when they was rapping, I don't know, it just felt like it was a commercial for Good Times. I don't know, that's how I interpreted it as a kid. I'm just keeping it real with you. I thought it was a commercial. You know what I mean? When they was rapping, I didn't embrace it. I was just like, oh, that's good times. And so they rapping, I didn't even know. I thought they was just talking and making it was just like just talk. I didn't even know that was a different form of music coming out. I just felt like they was just talking and rhyming to it. That's all. It was a commercial. I thought it was a commercial, dude, for real. I thought it was like Soul Train or something. And then, but the first rap that I did embrace and was like, oh, this is rap. They're rapping was to me my first like, oh, this is hip hop. Um, don't push me cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Now he talking about real stuff. Roaches in the back, in the back, junkies in the alley with. That's why I was like, oh, this is a different type of. This is a new sound. This is okay. As a kid, that was my first like. This is rap. No disrespect to rappers delight. I thought that was good times. These are the times. It's the same beat. How so? And then that's when the light bulb came in. Boom! Oh, this is hip. This is a new style of music called rap, hip hop, or whatever. Then we had the station called 1580 K Day, man. One pop. I'm not saying the first all hip hop station, but it might be. I don't know. That played nothing but hip hop 24 hours. So we got all the records. Maybe a little day or 3 days later, but we got all the records I got it at an early age. You know what I'm saying? So Natasha, what's up? Sharice Brewster, 80. I mess with you. You funny. Thank you, Sharice Brewster. People get nostalgia as years go on. Yes, and we did it. We doing it right now. I just said forget what I normally talk about because the live is dominating. We boom and in the chat start talking about hip hop. It just depends on what you heard first. The first album I ever heard was Ghetto Boys. My mind's playing tricks on me. See what I'm saying? Everybody got a time frame of what made them be like, oh, boom. You know what I mean? This is different. I like this. So That's true. It's all upon your own personal, story. Everybody got their story, you know what I'm saying? My mind's playing tricks on me. And I used to love that, you know what I'm saying? And then that shit was crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Me and the friends were playing trick or treating. We say I like Homeboy's verse. What's his name? Buckshot. What's his name? Bushwick Bill. I like his verse. I like all of these verses. I like Scarface. I like Willie D's part. But it's something about we a trick or treating. I don't know. It was just I can't remember. We put them on our rags. Something I can't remember the lyrics, but yeah, that shit was hard. Anyway, I just liked his part, and I think because he was a little man, so I was just like, damn, who's this little dude rapping? Like maybe that's what it was. I was younger. I was like a teenager by the time that came out. Of course, Scarface is the dopest one out of all of them to me. But yeah, Bushwick Bill verse was hard, man, on that song. You know, they were storytelling, right? They was right. Rap is poetry to music, right? Natasha, yup. Magnetic MCs was dope, yup. The video was crazy, yeah. The video was crazy, right? I think that's what got me. And he was talking about Halloween and we trick or treating, and that was probably like my last time going trick or treating. I remember that time frame because that was the last time I stopped trick or treating. Let's Google that. What year was that? I remember. I remember we went to somebody's house and they was like, "You guys are young, but you guys are too big." And the neighbors was like, "You guys are too big to be going trick or treating." And once that neighbor said that, I never went trick or treating ever again. My plan tricks. Let's see, what year was that? Hmm, what year was that? Let me get that year. Come on, ghetto boys. Come on, you know what I'm trying to put. Shit, excuse my language. So that was 91. Hmm. Nah, that's not the time period. In 91, I was 17, so no, that's not. So nah, that's not it. That's not it. So I guess I got the time frame mixed up because I would have been 17 or 16 going on 17, depending. Yeah, so nah. That's not the one. That's not the one. Yeah, I remember I was about 14, 13, 14 years old. So that was about 88 or something like that. And I remember the lady was like, "You guys are too big." And I was like, "I ain't never going trick or treating ever again after this." She was right. It didn't dawn on me. We are too big. You know, 90s music, all low C song. When he said his hands all blood for punching on the concrete. My hand is all bloody for punching on the concrete. Yeah, I like that. The style of early New York rap was so electric. Sugar Hill, Grandmaster Flash, Furious Five, Run DMC. But see, the difference was they was trying to compete. Melly Mel says that they was trying to compete with the R&B groups, and that's why they dressed weird like that. You know what I'm saying? Him and them and what they call it, supernatural force. What they call it? What's that full name? African Bambaataa and all them. Full sonic force. They wore all them crazy outfits because they was doing shows with funk bands and stuff. Back then they was saying rap was a fad, man. I used to hear that in the late '80s, bro. That rap was gonna die. It was a fad. They used to think rap was really gonna fall off. I never thought that. 'Cause it was a form of music that been going on since jazz. But the thing is, they put it all on one in a 16 bar setting, and then you in 3 bar. Back then you did three verses. So that's the difference. We'll be back on Diddy tomorrow. Ghostface and Wu-Tang Clan started this wave right here. Planet Rock, yeah, it goes both ways. And yeah, you already know the allegations with him and Hassan Campbell. Whoo! and a host of and a couple of other people. But I mean, hey, hey man, that's why I can't play Planet Rock no more. I don't know, it messes up my chakras now. I'm like, oh, I can't pop no more. I can't pop no more on that no more. I can't, I can't. I gotta change the channel when I hear it. Sorry, the allegations are too strong. Sorry, sorry. Ain't denied it either, right? Other countries messed up rap. G girl, D Josh, Judah. Hey man, I ain't gonna. Why the rap songs getting shorter and shorter? You know why? The attention span is shorter now. Stephanie, the attention span of these youngsters. Oh, this is why I want to cover real quick. Y'all heard about the Gen X stare? I just found out yesterday it's a thing called a Gen X stare. And I've had it happen to me. I didn't even know that I was being Gen X stared at. And it was, they just look at you and don't say nothing. You'll say what's up, and they'll just like pause and just look at you. That's weird, bro. That's total disrespectful. I don't care what they don't. They talking about we don't understand what you're talking about, or we talk too much as older people. But that's just rude if you're looking at somebody and you don't have no replies. That's weird. I'm sorry, they got to get over that. And I'm not saying all of them do it. It's some cool ones, a lot of cool ones, but it's a couple of them that be doing that. I didn't even know what it was. That it's really a thing that they named it. But yeah, I just want to put that out there real quick. Does MC Hammer count? I mean, if you, it was a party period. See, that's the thing. Hip hop is. I hate when it's called when people are hip hop purists. That I'm not. I can listen to underground hip hop. I can listen to dance rap, whatever pop rap, to certain songs. I can't listen to all of it. Some of that shit is hot. Some of that Kid and Play shit is hot. Some of that MC Hammer shit is hot. I'm sorry, especially when they dancing on stage. When they dancing on stage, that shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? That damn. Oh, that shit is hard. MC Hammer. Shit. Hammer time. Shit. Oh, oh, oh. You know what I'm saying? It's not your classic rap. See, and that's what hip hop been always been battling that. This is nothing new. This was going on back in the beginning of hip hop. Look at the hit record. Hip hop. They was a fight. Melly Mel and them was mad at Sugar Hill Gang that they blew up. They was like a damn. They was like making the band back then. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't a crew that people knew about on the underground scene in the city of New York. So they Melly Mel and all the other rappers, they was like, who was these dudes talking about? They rappers. Wow. So it's always been a battle between disco. They called it battle back then, disco rappers and underground rappers back then, or whatever they called the underground rappers. I don't know what they called it back then, or real hip hop rappers. I don't know what they said, how they define themselves. But yeah, it's always been a battle. What's hip hop? Hip hop to me is just rapping over a beat, whether it's fast, slow, dance, underground. Long as you have a rhyme pattern, you know what I mean. But I think it's whack when you don't know how to just basically freestyle though. I know that's not I know that's not good. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go to work. Damn, we'll be on Diddy tomorrow. We get back on Diddy tomorrow. We got carried away with all this hip hop talk. Shout out to MC has had an MC Hammer birthday party. I gotta go. Shout out to D. Dot Judah. We want the girls in the bumps in the. Hey, I ain't. Hey, now that video, I can't watch that bumps in the rump with him. That big old. Yeah, yeah. I can't. I gotta turn that one off. Now, pause on no Diddy on that damn video. Yeah, to get that pumps in the rump. I can't watch that video. MC Hammer, man, I don't know what the hell he was doing. No Diddy. I gotta go, y'all. You gotta give a shout out to everybody. I can't. Shout out to Lois Cox. Shout out to Life with Tasharia, my members in here. Shout out to everybody. I can't do everybody. Shout out to Seven Sages. Shout out to Judah, D. Judah. Shout out to Rice Terry. Shout out to Stephanie Real Hairstyling. Shout out to G Girl. And shout out to everybody in the bushes. Shout out to Sharice Brewster. Shout out to Natasha. Shout out to not Natashi Shia. Something like that. Sorry, I'm butchering your name. And shout out to everybody in the bushes. I got to go to work. I got to go to work. Shout out to Larry Wood. Shout out to Andrew. Shout out to Sincerely Sean Day. Shout out to Frost. Shout out to Harry Muff, G Girl, Seven Sages. Shit. I can't do everybody. I gotta go to work. I gotta go to work. If you want a shout out, you better hurry up and say something. Oh, it's Rico Terry. My bad. I called you Rice Terry. My bad. All right, y'all make sure y'all pull up on me Monday through Friday. Tomorrow, 4:45 a.m. West Coast time, 6:45 a.m. Central time, and 7:45 a.m. East Coast time, Monday through Friday. Pull up on your boy. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, make sure it says all. And man, Ghostface Killer says, Diddy, you know what I'm saying? Blocked them in the 1990s, man, on the radio on Hot 97. Man, I believe it. And then we just talking about hip hop. We never even got to the Diddy lawsuit. That man, I guess we gonna talk about it tomorrow. All right, y'all, I gotta go. Mwah, mwah. To all the ladies and the single ladies, you get the leggy. Pow, 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 pow. And the homies, you get the pound. Poop, poop, poop. Uppercut. You know how we do. I love y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up. I'll see y'all tomorrow. You know how we do. Yay, yay. No Diddy, baby.